Greetings, Internet, and welcome back for a new episode of Fun Size. Yes, we're back at it again. And if the title down below didn't allude you to what we're doing today, we're doing something with a lot of pride in it. Something that I take special value in. Read into that what you will, but for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a special effort from a cereal company to be as inclusive as possible for a certain demographic. So without further ado, without further delay, because you know what this is, you read the title down below, over here, it's below the video somewhere down here. But without further delay, let's get right into it, shall we? For today's particular video, we're going to be taking a look at quite possibly a rather controversial cereal, because not everyone thinks this thing needs to be a thing. I present to you Kellogg's Together with Pride cereal. Now, for the longest time, for like the last couple of months, it's been rumored that this cereal was going to come out, but the rumor also stated that like all these different cereals that the mascots of are on the cover were all going to be mixed together inside the box. But from what I can tell from actually looking at the box now that it's officially been released, it seems like it's just heart-shaped Fruit Loops, which I still think is a great idea, because, you know, one of the more fruity characters that's still on the market these days is old Toucan Sam up here. Follow your nose wherever it goes, to the flavors of fruit wherever they grow. Alright, so with that said, for the calorie conscious, like myself, let's see, about 5 servings per container. Each serving is about 1 1/3 cups, or 39 grams of cereal. The cereal itself is 130 grams, but when you add 3/4 of a cup of skim milk, which, as stated with the last couple of these cereal reviews, we're using whole milk over here, so the calorie count is actually thrown off a bit. But for that count, it is 200 with skim milk. Now, let's go over the whole box itself. Let's see. Kellogg's is donating to GLAAD to support their media and advocacy work and accelerating acceptance of the LGBTQ plus community. Which I think is a great thing, because we've come so far as a country in dealing with these kind of issues. We've still got such a long way to go. And having companies out there who are helping to try and make the world a better place for the next generation and the generations beyond that of the LGBTQ plus, that is something in and of itself that is fantastic. I especially really like the shredded wheat character down here with the flag representing LGBTQ plus other not factions, plus other this is the first time I've done one of these kind of videos, so I'm kind of nervous about it. But yeah, I don't want to screw anything up, and I don't want to make people mad. But this, for some reason, is a rather hot button topic for a lot of people, so I'm going to make people mad no matter what I say about the cereal. But regardless, I like his flag, how it's as inclusive as you can get with the plus in the LGBTQ plus community. And of course, on the front, we have represented shredded wheats. We've got Apple Jacks, both Cinnamon and whatever the Apple character's name was. We've got Tony the Tiger, the Raisin Bran son up there, which I think is actually kind of interesting that they threw that guy in there. We've got Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Obviously, we've got Toucan Sam, as I mentioned before. We got Diggum the Sugar Smacks frog, or Honey Smacks, whatever they're calling it these days. And of course, we've got the Kellogg's Cornflakes Rooster. It's interesting that they're putting him on the cover, just because if you know the history of cornflakes, it's rather odd. I'll put it that way. So now then, we move to the back of the box, where we still have all the different characters represented. Wait a minute. Are they all still in the box? Yeah, there's Sun. Where's Toucans? There's Sam. Hey, Diggum is missing. At least he got put on the front of the box. But anyway, on the back of the box here, Kellogg's and Glad. Boxes are not for gender, style, interests, love. Boxes are for cereal, not people. Yeah, you don't want to put a person inside a cereal box. You would have to do horrible things to get a whole person to fit inside this box, and it just would not be worth it, I don't think. That got really dark. I am so sorry. But anyway, Kellogg's Together with Pride cereal is part of our long-standing contribution to GLAAD's media advocacy work supporting youth against bullying and accelerating acceptance for the LGBTQ+ community. Leave boxes for cereal and let people be who they were meant to be. And how you can support LGBTQ+ pride: buy a box of Together with Pride cereal and help accelerate acceptance for the LGBTQ+ community. Upload your receipt and Kellogg will donate $3 to GLAAD's anti-bullying efforts. Kellogg's is committed to making better days for the LGBTQ+ community. Scan the code and learn more. Open camera and/or QR reader and scan code. Okay, and then on the side, we have Too Amazing to Put into a Box. Oh, I get it now. I feel stupid. Okay, it's about labeling a person, putting them into a certain box. Too amazing to put into a box. Add your own pronouns. He, him, she, her, they, them. And you can put your pronouns on the side of the box. And they keep pushing the boxes are for cereal, not for people. But yeah, I like that. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. They also have a nice little activity thing on the top where you can cut out your own cardboard bracelet and put your pronouns on it. That is pretty neat. Lift here to... Aww. I just noticed in the pink right there, lift here to open your heart. That is so sweet. And hopefully so is the cereal, but not too sweet. We don't want another Fruity Pebbles candy bar incident going on. Okay, so now we're going to open the box. Alright, and as you can see this time, they were only releasing these in like the standard size cereal box, not like the big family size ones, but that's okay. So now we bring up the bag, and we gingerly open it. I haven't had great luck with the last two cereal box bag openings, so we'll see how this one goes. Taking my time, being delicate. Haha! I opened it without tearing it in any areas other than the seam where it was supposed to open. So now let's give this stuff the sniff test. Ooh, fruity. Obviously, I think there's supposed to be a little bit of a pun there, and I'll take it, all things considered. That was the sound of the handy-dandy cereal bowl mug with the spoon. But anyway, it's got a good smell to it. It's very appetizing, to me anyway. So without further ado, let's pour these into the bowl and see how closely this matches the box. Alright, now before I do that, obviously, you gotta roll down that bag. And then we gotta close up that box, like so. And let me know in the comment section down below, is that gag getting old yet with the, the weird stare and the as I just continuously roll the bag even farther than it's supposed to go? Let me know down below. Regardless, so let's get to looking at the actual cereal itself. See, it looks pretty much like the stuff on the box. Let's try and do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. I'm gonna grab a red piece right here, and we'll just hold that up near the shapes on the box. Yeah, that's pretty close, if not 100% perfect. Okay, so as per our usual modus operandi around here, I'm going to take a bite of a few pieces and see how it tastes dry. So here we have our cereal pieces, and into my mouth they go. Oh. It's okay. It's a couple steps above their usual Fruit Loops. And I love that they used the heart shapes. I mean, it's kind of an overused symbol, but it works in this context. Because as the Beatles used to say, all you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Sorry, I got a little sappy there. Alright. But anyway, dry, I'm going to give that cereal a 5. Let's see if the adding of the milk will elevate that at all. So, for your viewing pleasure. Alright. Now, stir it up, get that cereal nice and milky. And to your health, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Not too surprising, given the results of the last two cereal tastings that I've done in the past. Adding that milk did elevate the flavor a bit. Rehydrating it and giving it some of that milky undertone made it even more fruity, somehow. I'm going to go in for one more bite. I don't know I'm Australian all of a sudden, but that's just what I am, apparently. Boy, cracky. Okay. So, obviously, well, I gave it a 5 before. I'll give it a quick rating. It will make that a 7. 7 for the cereal, with milk. So, obviously, this kind of cereal is not going to be for everyone. I don't know how many of you in my fan base are actually, okay with this sort of thing. How many of you are supportive of these, this sort of thing. But personally, I support it. So I would say, if you're a fan of Fruit Loops, and if you're also in support of the, the message behind this box, feel free to go out and grab yourself a box of this stuff. I have a feeling you'll be glad you did. And that's not a pun because of glad or glad, however you pronounce that with 2 A's. Pardon me, I just need a little sip of water because I've got that cereal stuck in the back of my throat still. Much better. Okay, but like I was starting to say, if you're a fan of Fruit Loops and you're a fan of what this box represents and stands for, by all means, you go on out to your local store and you buy yourself a box of this Kellogg's Together with Pride cereal. I do believe that you will enjoy this stuff. So, with that said, let's see, what's my overall rating? I think I gave the box an 8 for the inclusion of all the characters, although, like I said before, Diggum is mysteriously missing off the back of the box. Wait, so is the Kellogg's Cornflakes rooster. Where'd he go? Maybe they're just hiding behind the banner here, in which case they shouldn't be hiding. But anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Dang it. Sorry. Like I said, I'm really nervous about this video just because I've never posted anything like this before. And I know there are going to be some people who are like, no, did you shit it him? Saying all kinds of stupid stuff. Anyway. For the box itself, I believe I gave this an 8. And if I'm wrong, editing me, feel free to post the number on the screen. And for the cereal itself, I gave it a 7. So working with those numbers as they sit in my mind, the Kellogg's Together with Pride cereal gets a 15 from me, out of a solid score of 20. So with that said, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all other configurations of being. If you like what you've seen here today, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon to be notified of future uploads once you are subscribed. You'll be glad you did. If you think your friends will like this kind of content, feel free to share it with them. If you're not sure, heck, share it excuse me. Share it anyway. You'll be glad. You could be surprised. Also, I believe I forgot to mention this, but I am so greatly appreciative of each and every single one of you who watches my videos. I do truly appreciate it. I think I just said that. Anyway, with that said, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all together in the next episode. Somehow. Later.